Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode. Here we are in March. It's actually beautiful weather today. Just awesome in Michigan. I'll take it in the 60s, which is crazy, and sunny. So, sun, we're seeing sun for the first time in a while. I want to talk about a couple things. One is I'm going to go on a total rant on LinkedIn about LinkedIn, and then we'll get to United Healthcare, which is my favorite subject of 2024 and still is in 2025, apparently. But first, I want to do I did a survey because what I've been noticing on LinkedIn, and I posted about this, but is that it's becoming a fair amount of garbage. And I say that because I knew it would happen and I was just wondering when, and now it looks like it's definitely happening. What I did was I did a survey. I just went through 50 posts in a row. I just scrolled through, I counted, and I put them into buckets. And the buckets I put them into wasn't an ad, because I'm seeing a lot more of those lately. Was it these suggested posts, which I don't know where those came from, but those are also popping up. And then was it like original content? And then if it was original content from someone in my network, someone I know, or someone liked or talks about on something that I know, was it actual content? Was it like company propaganda type thing where it's propping someone up? Or was it actually about a job, either promotion or a prospect, right? And so I wanted to just see what it is that's popping up there because I feel like it's changed a fair amount. I also want to preface this with that I have been targeting any post that seems political in nature, and I am suggesting it or turning it off, reporting it, saying, I don't want to see these, and because I really don't. I don't have any interest in, certainly don't want it on LinkedIn. I don't want it in my regular life as I'm not on any other social media. So I wanted to see what I got. And here's what happened. Here's what I got, right? So I kind of check marked it down. And what I found was ads make up 24% of the total, which if you think of just round up as 25%, is that okay? Like, I don't know. It feels like a lot, if I'm honest. And I had multiple ads come up, or a couple ads come up multiple times, which is also like, I don't know if that should be happening. Whatever. Just it came up less than I thought I was seeing, but so it came up 6% of the time. So if I look at like what's coming to me from LinkedIn as like an ad or suggested, which frankly is probably the same in my mind, that's 30%. The other 70% I'm saying is coming from someone that's posting it. So it's some kind of original content, if you will, original in some way. And what I broke this into 3 categories: content, company propaganda, jobs, which is either I got promoted, that kind of thing, or I'm open to work, which I actually didn't see that many of, or I'm looking for this to hire this for this position, right? So content, original content, and I was loose with this. I benefit of the doubt was 32% of the time was actual content. People are writing about something, trying to get someone's feedback on something. Company propaganda, which I am kind of blanketing this because I could have probably broken in a lot of different things, was anything associated, which I thought was someone promoting, like, look how good our company is, and I'll talk about this in a second. I got 24% of that, right? So 24% of all posts are some type of company propaganda, which frankly, I don't think it's going anywhere, but that's another sort of story. And then jobs, which is crazy to me, is only 14% of the total. 14%, mind you, LinkedIn was created in theory for like finding job, networking, that, which is fine. I don't think that's the purpose of the platform anymore. I do think it's like, in my mind, I would like to see it still be, yes, jobs is a part of it, but also what's happening and creating dialogue, right? In a way that I think could be helpful, or information that could be helpful, right? Because a lot of these is like, for a rev cycle, where are you getting news from? Becker's and HFMA? Okay, fine, but like, they're not actually facilitating conversation. So I do think that's part of the role. What's fascinating, or what drives me insane, and I'm going to say this, so don't take offense to this if you're one of these, especially if you're my guys at class. I like you guys. I like the role that you're playing. It's fine. We should have some type of organization that evaluates whether a vendor is good or not. But seriously, I call it class season. I know exactly when they did their awards because you get bombarded with, look at us, look at how well we did, we scored first or whatever it is. Like, okay, fine, we get it. But you don't have to put that out there, right? Like, people can find it. The other thing I would say is, You got to stop this. Salespeople who put pictures of them in like Mexico or on some trip because they were like salesperson of the year or some president's circle, that can stop immediately. I don't know why you're putting it on there. I certainly wouldn't be telling my clients and the public that you got me here and look where I'm at, because Lord knows the hospital people aren't going to Mexico and they are going on a cruise because of something they did at the hospital. They're 100% not doing that. So I wouldn't be putting it on LinkedIn, even if it was true, right? I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying don't do it. And that would be my rant for the day. I saw so many of the people in different places posting about where they were or that they're doing some company offsite, right? Nobody needs to see that. You can stop immediately. Don't do it. It doesn't make you look better. It actually makes you look worse. So, because I don't know what the point of some of this stuff is. So that's my rant on LinkedIn. You may don't like what I had to say, but I'm just telling you, this is what I'm finding. The ads can stop immediately, but they won't. And so if we're talking about 30% of the stuff versus 50% are probably higher on Facebook and other platforms, which I'm assuming that's what they're at these days, then fine, I'll take it. But let's make the content better. You don't need to do company propaganda. I don't think that goes anywhere. It really doesn't get views. And please, for the love of all things, stop with the kitten videos and puppy videos. Like, that is the stuff that's just driving me crazy. And nobody in my network really does that, but there are people that are literally just pushing those videos. And for some unknown reason, people watch them. And I get it. They're cute. Rhino saving a puppy or whatever the opposite, like those things are. But I don't like the fact that they come on LinkedIn all the time with some leadership meme. That doesn't make any sense to me. So anyways, that was my rant. I did a post on 1 year from United Health from the Change cyber attack. 4 points to that was, I want to just run through them quickly because if you didn't catch it. One is, so we're a year out. It's gone a year. And if I was honest, I would not have expected we would be here, where it's kind of just been lost in the shuffle of everything, which is crazy to me. My points, though, were, one is, we are all vulnerable. Everyone is a target. So and I say all as in like health systems, vendors, everyone's a target. So if you don't have your stuff together, you better get your stuff together and have a plan, because I think it's just a matter of time. It's not if anymore, it's when. When is it going to happen? And I've had lots of friends who are health systems, and talking about a nightmare, they would all say it's one of the worst things that ever happened to them. And so I say that with like, please go make sure your IT group, if you're in rev cycle, make sure your IT group has a plan. Make sure you're doing user acceptance testing with any backup procedures, because what one of the health systems found is that no one had tested it. And so when they brought the backup on, they didn't know that it was corrupt. And so they had inputted 2 weeks worth of patient information only to find out 4 weeks later that it was all garbage. So make sure. And then when we asked our group about who's done user acceptance testing on the rev cycle side, no one raised their hand. I had 30 health system leaders. Not a single person had done a user acceptance testing. Do it. Force your CIO or C-suite or IT leaders. You 100% need to be doing that. So that would be my thing on that. United Health Group and lack of transparency. This goes without saying. I think from the beginning, they've been no transparency to what's happening. I put a question on there, where did the data go? I got a bunch of text messages from friends who are like, where did the data go? Who cares? It's gone. Like, it's been duplicated. And I agree. I don't disagree. It was more of a question, rhetorical question that I didn't think I got an answer to, that I need an answer. They clearly don't want to tell you that they actually don't know or are purposefully not accepting any fault in it, because the letters they sent out are just crazy. They're absolutely crazy. They take no accountability for it. And they say maybe or might have 7 different times. So at no point are they telling you actually what happened, which is a whole nother subject, but also just crazy to me that we're still in this space. So I think lack of transparency, what's happening. I think the other thing is it had no effect on profits. If I was a betting person, I would have shorted the stock. I don't know how to do that, but I would have tried. I would have shorted the stock as soon as it happened and thought, oh God, this is going to kill these guys. Actually, it didn't at all. The actual breach happened. It didn't affect that stock at all. Do you know what actually? In fact, it hit an all-time high of $630 a share in November. All-time high. They haven't even solved the change thing by then. You know what actually brought the United Healthcare Group stock down by 13% and it's still down? Is the murder of the United CEO. Just let that sink in for a minute. That's actually what brought the stock down. And since then, those guys have doubled down on the fact that like they're not doing anything different. I mean, even the CEO, which is wild to bring up, but that guy, like, he's doubled down since the murder. It's really fascinating. I don't think this is going to go away. Or I should say, is going to come back in any major fashion. I don't see United getting penalized significantly. And frankly, it's going to be on us to like hold them accountable. I don't see another way it's happening. My friend Christian put attached to my post a video, which was, gosh, what's the show? Now I'm forgetting, but check it out. There's a video link and it's hilarious. It's Rob McElhaney doing like, everyone's been hacked basically and no one cares. Like who cares if we get hacked, right? Basically. And I think it's so true. I think they're probably sitting there always going like, yeah, this sucks, but we won't hurt us that much. And it frankly didn't. The stock price didn't go down. They hit a record high in the summer. It's crazy. So that was my rants for the week. I know I did a little bit of both, but keep plugging away. My rev cycle people, you are valued. You do great work. I'm here trying to make sure you guys, pushing you and hopefully adding a little bit of value to your worlds. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Thanks, everybody.